We're in the third round of the playoffs, and Franklin County High School is taking on and hosting, in fact, the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots. That game's up next, right here on Cable 10.
Get a couple in. Let's see what they do. They've got 3rd and 3. First down's really irrelevant here. Let's see if they go to the air.
Welcome, folks, to Benny Watkins Field here, the home field for the Franklin County High School Flyers. I'm Clint Goins, John Piesheimer.
Hello, Clint.
And we're here tonight for the, we're in the Elite Eight, I guess, to use a basketball analogy. The Flyers win today. They're in the Final Four. They're taking on an Allen County team, John, that's almost the reverse of Franklin County.
That's true. And really, the similarities between these two teams stop when you get into the offensive stats. One big one that jumps out at you, both teams averaging over 300 yards total offense per game. So both teams pretty prolific, but the prolific nature ends right there for Allen County as their offense is completely based around Trace McIntyre. Kind of the do-everything. He starts at quarterback, 102 yards passing per game. He's going to run the ball quite a bit, too. 67 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns rushing, 10 touchdowns passing. But one stat that stands out about him, 7 interceptions. Franklin County has so many good defensive players back there, so many athletes that can really capitalize on that. Now, speaking of safeties, one player to watch out for the Patriots is Tanner Stinson. 5 interceptions on the season, number 18 in the state, 2 touchdowns off of interceptions. We're going to see if he gets matched up with Fred Ferrier for the Flyers, who doesn't seem who he's matched up against. He's going to get his every single game.
That's exactly right. It really is a McIntyre-led offense, both the leading passer and the leading rusher. You don't see that very often.
Does he punt?
I don't know. He may be the punter, too, for that matter. But Franklin County, the last 2 games, have shown a really good job in shutting down the main rusher for Shelby County. And this last week, they shut down the main rusher for Louisville Central. So their run defense for the Flyers, I think, is very good.
Yeah, and that's something that they've clearly worked on, because if anybody remembers when we were here for Game of the Week against Louisville Central last time, Central was able to kind of run the ball at will and really kind of gash the Flyers, and that's how they got back into and subsequently won that game. To turn that around and to constrict that run game so much, and what we shot against Shelby County as well, that really shows you what the focus has been and how much they've improved on that side of the ball. So going to be a tough game for the Patriots tonight. I think the Flyers are probably going to come out ahead, but that's why they play the game.
That's right, and the game will come up next here on Cable 10.
Here at David Tolles Auto Pro, we know if people are driving right now, it's only for the most important reasons. And if their car breaks down, we need to get it back on the road. At Auto Pro, we want you to rest assured that we're doing everything in our power to keep you safe. We follow all recommended COVID-related safety guidelines when handling your vehicle. Our lobby and facilities are completely clean and sanitized every night. And we have touchless credit card processing. We appreciate your trust in these difficult times, and we want to thank you for shopping local. If you have to take it to somebody, you can take it to us. David Tolles Auto Pro.
Game of the Week is sponsored by David Tolles Auto Pro. David Tolles Auto Pro is open regular business hours and is dedicated to keeping you safe and back on the road with contact-free drop-off. Pickup and delivery is also available. Disinfecting nightly all areas. Following all safety precautions. Vehicle sanitizing service also available. Call 502-352-2988 or 502-352-2205.
Welcome back, folks, to Benny Watkins Field here on the Frankfort Plant Board's coverage of this state quarterfinal game. I'm Clint Goins, John Piesheimer. Franklin County playing host to the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots as you watch Franklin County come onto the field. As we mentioned in the pregame, John, both of these teams are averaging about 325 yards of offense each game. But Franklin County gets to about 2/3. There's Eddie James, the coach of the Flyers. Allen County is coached by Bradley Hood. Number 2 is Fred Ferrier there. He was one of the featured players. You'll probably hear us talk a lot about him tonight.
Yeah, Fred Ferrier, 41 catches on the season, 10 of those for touchdowns. He's got 1 rushing touchdown, averaging 95 yards per game. That's good for number 10 in the state. Big game last week, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns on the passing game there against Central. Ever since Nick Royals came back, they've just kind of like picked off right where they left off, haven't lost a beat, and I think they're in for a big night tonight. Flyers fans are certainly going to hope that's the case.
Looks like the Flyers are lining up to receive the kickoff. Back deep for Franklin County will be Caden Mormon, and he wears number 4. And I believe that's number 7, Zach Claudio, back there also.
Yeah, Caden Mormon, he is the leading rusher for this team, this Flyer team, and got a couple of young guys back there. A couple of guys, you know, we're getting late in the season. We've been talking about Broyles and Ferrier and some of the seniors like Phil Piper, but got a lot of really young players for Franklin County, and future looks really bright. And Caden Mormon and Zach Claudio are a couple of those guys that we can look to see next year wearing the colors of the Flyers.
Yes, Mormon just a sophomore and averaging 55 yards, slightly over 55 yards a game for Franklin County.
And they're probably going to kick his direction, I imagine, instead of giving the ball to Claudio, who's such an athlete.
The Patriots will kick off here, and they're going to kick it over to Mormon. He's going to, nope, it went out of bounds, I think, or he stepped out of bounds, one or the other. It was very close to the sideline. Not sure which of the two happened. And my guess is he stepped out of bounds because...
yeah, it looked like it bounced right into his hands, and as soon as he was ready to kind of turn the afterburners on and take off, they whistled play dead.
So Franklin County will be the first to go on offense here.
Mormon lining up on the right of Broyles there, and we can't say enough about the difference that Broyles coming back has made for this Franklin County team. He came back against Shelby County and just walked in all at once, and Flyer offense just dominated.
He throws it over to, is that Ferrier?
Yeah, that is Fred Ferrier there.
And he's going to pick up about 8. Pass was low, but Ferrier was able to scoop it up.
And that's the benefit of having so much speed out wide. You can throw it to Ferrier out there. You've got Bryce Tucker lining up on the other side. Just a lot of great athletes here for this team.
Yes, they have you know, we talk a lot about Ferrier, but they've got a lot of good receivers. They really do.
Ferrier lining up on the far side now. We got Bryce Tucker on this side, number 1.
Mormon goes in motion. Royals gets it over to Claudio. He's going to pick up about 10, so that'll be good for a Flyer first down.
And this is a defense for Allen County that has been pretty good as far as defending the pass. 99 yards given up per game passing. They tend to be a little bit more open from rushing, but I mean, there aren't a whole lot of passing games that you see in a season that are as well-oiled as this Flyer passing game is.
Yeah, my guess is they're going to give up more than 99 yards tonight, just because they probably don't play teams that pass as much as Franklin County does. That's a nice carry by Mormon. He gets about 6. And we'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Just busted up right between the tackles there, and really, as long as he can do that and just kind of keep those defenses honest, you know, it really, for that Patriot defense, they're not really going to know what's going to hit him because they have to respect the run if he's able to kind of just produce positive yardage like that.
2 guys in motion. That was Tracy, and wow, that was a heck of a play there.
Yeah, he I mean, he had Nick Grissom there wide open, and I think maybe just put a little bit too much mustard on the ball.
I think it's Braden Tracy was the targeted.
I was looking at the wrong. I was looking at the wrong roster.
1, 2, 3. Those 3 guys
I
touched the ball.
color-coded them for a reason, Clint.
And the ball was just because that would have been.
I was like, I haven't heard that
game.
guy's name all season, man. Really digging deep here.
That would have been a very nice pass play had they gotten that. So probably something the Patriots had not seen before on tape. Over to Claudio here. He's going to get the first down and be drug out of bounds at about the 45.
When we talk about being able to pick up good yards on the ground on first down, that's what opens up a play like that, because you can take that shot and then you've still got third down to make up what you have to make up for the first down there. A great little pass over the top, and Claudio kind of catching that one in traffic almost, and got a nice little gain after the fact.
There you saw it again on our Whitehead Hancock instant replay.
And just like that, Quint, they started behind their 20-yard line, and they've already halved the field in about 5 plays.
We give to Mormon up the middle, and almost broke free. He was finally brought down by Zach Clark, a senior for the Patriots, linebacker, and that was probably a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Quint, I think Caden Mormon again there with a nice tackle. And yeah, that was actually number 40 there.
I'm
Trevor
sorry.
Tolbert.
I thought it was 41. It was 21 that was also in on the play. But yes.
Big tackle all the same. They're going to give it right back to him. And they can't stop that right now.
That's the same play right there. And Mormon takes it down now to the 5. And that time Nick Grissom made the tackle.
I'm just glad to know he's out there. Yeah, big run by Mormon. He's got 9 touchdowns on the ground this season, and they might let him punch this one in.
And this, wow, just a sophomore. It's good to see him. So, even though a big run like that, Eddie James still not happy about something. He's hollering at somebody. Under center, I formation. Mormon gets it.
It looks like he got in.
No, he's going to be about a foot shy.
That's what I get for looking out the window and not at the monitor.
Players check their armbands. You know, it's everybody does it this day and age. There was no armbands. Boy, you know, on second thought, that looked, he got the ball out there with that one hand. I don't know.
Got a little bit of early movement on the line, but it's not going to matter, and they're going to give it right to Mormon, and that's number 6 on the season for him.
Number 4 gets number 6 touchdown.
Number 10, actually.
Oh, number 10.
Yeah, it's 10 touchdowns for Caden Mormon.
And now that's an 81-yard touchdown drive.
And if you're that Allen County defense now, you're thinking about the next time you have to give up the ball, and now you've got to stop this guy from running all over you. And
Owen Powell puts it up, and it is good. So, 7-0 your score after just a couple of minutes of football action here on the plant board. Let's look at it again from the end zone angle. Caden Mormon runs it in for Flyers. We'll be back here on the FPB Game of the Week.
So when you think about a banking relationship, you want someone who's going to be there with you in good times and particularly in bad times. And when we think about traditional bank, that's the kind of partnership and family member we're looking for. They have the same values we have, they care for their people, and they want you to do well. My name is Heedley Bell, and I am the managing partner of Mill Ridge Farm.
All right, the senior Owen Powell will kick off here for the Flyers. Back deep for the Patriots. We've got number 2, which is Tanner Stinson, and number 8, who is, I believe that's McIntyre.
Well, I made a joke about him punting, but I believe he does just about everything.
You don't often see a quarterback as a deep back on a kick. They kick it to Stinson. He goes around the edge, and
His quarterback gave him a nice little block there. Probably got him 10 yards.
Well, McIntyre is Mr. Everything for Allen County. So, as I told you before, while we were away, John, that I have a feeling that this is going to be a student body left, student body right sort of team.
And take that back. That's actually Jax Cooper there that had that block and was back there. Kind of difficult to tell. That 9 looks a lot like an 8.
It does, like, yes, okay.
That makes a lot more sense having your wide receiver out there returning a kickoff than your quarterback.
Jax Cooper, apparently, I've been told, has Campbellsville and Center College and a couple of other schools looking at him. He has not signed yet. They do have a player that has signed with Campbellsville. That's Nick Cooper, no relation. But unfortunately, Nick Cooper is out for the rest of the season with a knee injury.
The guy you just saw on your screen there, number 34, that's Dylan Rockstool, for Allen County-Scottsville. Had a big game last week against Warren East, 14 carries, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, that's an awesome football name, too.
Oh, totally.
So a gain of about 3 on first down, and they give it to the fullback, and he gets nothing. That's Rookstool again, and he is swallowed up.
And we see that Franklin County rush
Actually,
defense
he lost a yard. I'm sorry, John.
that really has been kind of the difference maker for this Flyer team this season. Just shutting down running games.
That's Philip Pfeiffer, as you saw on our Whitehead Hancock replay, and on the tackle. He leads the team. There he is in tackles. 3rd and 8 for the Patriots of Allen County-Scottsville. And they're going to pick up a few, but they're going to be short.
Some decent footwork that time by Jax Cooper, making a guy miss, but just kind of ran out of room.
Peyton Ledford in on the tackle.
Peyton Ledford, 74 total tackles this season.
He's the 2nd leading tackler, isn't he?
He is, and I believe he is a junior, or maybe even he is a sophomore.
Okay, the McIntyre is not the punter. We know that. Fred Farrier, there you see him, is back deep for Franklin County. There's the snap. Nice punt by the Patriots punter. Farrier calls for a fair catch and takes it at his about 29, I want to say. Number 80, who I don't have on my roster, is their punter. Do you have a number 80 on your roster?
Check it out here. Number 80 is Thorny Walker. We're talking about fantastic names.
I know it, Thorny Walker. Somehow he didn't transfer over. I guess my Excel may need some updating. My Excel spreadsheets. Okay, it was 3 and out for the Patriots, and Franklin County on their first possession marched down the field and got a touchdown. Let's see what they do on their second possession with 10 yards better field position. Broyles. And it's dropped by Claudio. He was wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and I think he was looking, because I thought the way it looked, it didn't look like he was that typical thing is to take a look at the replay here where a guy is headed downfield before he catches. I feel like he might have thought he was going to get hit there.
Yeah, he was looking ahead, not so much at the ball. But yeah, that would have probably been a first down had he caught it.
At least.
And we've got a timeout here. I couldn't tell. Was it the Patriots that called the timeout? Okay. So, Allen County calls timeout. They trail 7-0 against the homestanding Franklin County Flyers. We will take a timeout as well. You're watching high school playoff football on Cable 10.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Traditional Bank. When your business is looking to win with tough competition around every corner, you need high performers backing you up. Traditional Bank's local team will stand by your side as your trusted partner, your friendly neighbor, and your biggest fan. It's time to make the switch. Traditional Bank. Member FDIC.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Estate Tree Service. We have a solution for all your tree care needs. Estate Tree Service provides expert tree care and preservation. Call 502-229-5258 for a free estimate.
We want to thank Estate Tree Service, Traditional Bank, and Whitehead Hancock, and all of our sponsors here on Cable 10, letting us bring this game to you tonight in this COVID world. This time they go back to Claudio. He catches it and splits some defenders and gets down inside the 45.
That's how you make up for bobbling a catch. A catch again, surrounded by receivers, and picked up about 25 yards after the catch.
Yeah, he was less open there than he was before, and you give him a chance to redeem himself, and he does. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Patriots. Broyles drops back and got a little bit more.
That was just a great job by Broyles. He could hear the defender coming. He was about to take a sack.
Yeah, but he gets it over to Braden Tracy. But yeah, that's the most.
Take a look at this catch too. Nice grab by Tracy, kind of over his right shoulder. Also, while we're at it, we want to thank Community Q, the food truck that was here tonight. And also, last night we tried to bring you this game. We want to thank Pizza Inn for bringing us some pizza last night.
Claudio, again, nice block there by Ferrier. And Claudio gets it down near the 10-yard line. I don't think he quite got there.
And I think running the ball the way that the Flyers did on that first possession, that has really kind of opened the floodgates here. And now Broyles starting to throw the ball around a little bit.
Yeah.
The Patriots so far just don't have an answer.
That was, looking at it on a replay, that was even, I'll say, an exceptional block by Fred Ferrier, and that will make him even more appealing to colleges out there. You see a guy that can catch the ball but can also block like that. Sealed off the defender.
Gets around that wide receiver stigma.
That's right. Well, that play went nowhere. I think Ferrier may have lost a yard or two on that one.
That may be the first.
Yeah, they lost more than one or two.
That may be the first play from scrimmage that they've actually resulted in negative yardage. We've had a couple of.
They lost 4 yards on that.
Had a couple of incompletions. But.
This is where they went to Mormon in the last drive, but they're going to throw it to the corner of Ferrier, and that's well defended by the Patriot defender over there, number 2, Tanner Stinson. Yes.
Yeah, that was the matchup we talked about earlier on, Clint. Tanner Stinson, really, really talented, one of the better players at that position. Number 18 in the state, actually, with 5 interceptions on the season. Almost got one for himself right there. Well, it looked like from, again, that's me looking out the glass instead of the monitor. Maybe not as close to intercepting that as
no, but he got his hand in there. And this is, I think Franklin County called a timeout here. They face a 3rd and 14 from the Allen County 16-yard line. So we'll step aside briefly. Be back with more here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Hello, my name is Greg with the State Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, the State Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. Estate Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
Welcome back, folks, to Benny Watkins Field. Clint Goins with John Piesheimer here. Here in the quarterfinals. Winner of this game will go on to play the winner of the John Hardin Hopkinsville game, which I think took place last night, but I don't know who won.
Watch it right here. Ferrier lining up in the slot on the right side.
And Broyles falls down, and that offensive possession did fine until it got inside the red zone. Then it kind of
Well, we've seen a couple of times now And same guy again, number 34 there. That is Dylan Rockstool. A couple of times they've been able to get pressure to Broyles, and I think they're just going to go for it here.
You see Broyles smiling. Well, they're going to have to get, they can get a touchdown because they have to get inside the 2. But Broyles throws it down there, and it's almost intercepted. In fact, it would have been better for the Flyers if it had been intercepted.
I think that's what he realized as soon as he got 2 hands on the ball. It's like, well, I want to get the INT, but we're also looking at 30 yards downfield.
Yeah, that's Trevor Tolbert, a senior wide receiver defensive back for the Patriots.
Really kind of surprised we didn't see the ball.
I don't know. I think it just went through his hands, actually.
I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt for a heads-up play. Of course, in his mind, and everybody just sees open field in front of him. So,
oh, yeah.
I got 6 here.
Oh, yeah. I'd have been the same way.
Here come the Patriots with their second possession.
All right, they fake the handoff, and they're going to throw it. That's a wobbly pass, underthrown, picked off by, is that Claudio over there? Or is that Ferrier? Ferrier made the pick.
Ferrier got it, and if they had the benefit of replay, they'd see, I believe there was a face mask on the tackle as well, or a horse collar.
I thought it kind of looked like a horse collar from where we're sitting here in the press box.
And they had a good play call. It just, that ball got up in the air and died. I mean,
yeah,
the receiver had Ferrier dead to rights there.
It was not a tight spiral at all. I have been informed from the truck that I am wrong. The winner of this game, and I knew this but forgot. In the brackets, they would have played the winner of the John Harden Hopkinsville game, but they redo the seedings after each round based on their RPI.
Okay.
So they're going to play if Franklin County wins, or if I'm not sure about Allen County what they, because it could affect them if they win. Their RPI could go up and it'd be different. But if Franklin County were to win, they would play at Johnson Central next week.
That's a bit of a haul.
Broyles back. Oh, Claudio drops another one. Nice display of sportsmanship there by the Allen County-Scottsville player.
Yeah, it's not the best situation to see. Yeah, that was right in his breadbasket. He just couldn't hold on to it.
Catchable ball.
But yeah, it's been kind of a difficult situation that we've had. We were all set up and ready to go here tonight, and about the time that we started rolling up, we realized we were informed that the game was postponed, and definitely glad. Probably a better night for it anyway tonight. It's been clear all day.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful day.
No rain.
Third down. Broyles drops back, looking for somebody, throws it up, and that's over the head of Claudio. I think that was his intended receiver.
And Broyles hit as he threw.
So this is fourth down. What will Franklin County do? Will they trust their defense, or are they going to punt it away? They don't quite need 20 yards or 25 yards on this third down, like the fourth down like they did last time.
Well, it's not as if their defense was out on the field long enough to even
get tired.
Get tired, or you used to say getting dirt on their cleats, but not the case anymore.
So they're going to go for it. They need about 9 yards for first down.
Watch Tucker over here on the near side, number 1. They haven't gone to him yet.
Claudio in motion, and that was supposed to be a handoff to Mormon, and I don't think Mormon realized it or something. So the Patriots will take over from their own 41.
There's a little bit of afters there as Rockstool, who got to Broyles, kind of just picked him up off the ground and had a little something to say to him afterward.
I could be wrong. It could be
Take a look
that.
at that. Yeah, come on. Couldn't go for that.
But I don't know if it was supposed to be handed off to Mormon or if Mormon accidentally knocked Royals down. But regardless, it's Patriot ball.
Again, that run, they picked up a couple, but not really going anywhere.
Witcher on the carry there for the Patriots.
I haven't really seen Trace McIntyre
do a whole lot.
Yeah,
This is Witcher on the carry. Landon Witcher. He's number 21.
There are a lot of fantastic names on this Allen County-Scottsville roster, I gotta say.
Second down and about 7 yards, I'm going to guess. And McIntyre heading. He's pushed out of bounds by Jaden Madison.
Might have picked up about 3 yards there.
Just, I don't know, did he get? I don't know. I think he might have got 2 yards. It'll be about 3rd and 5.
Well, therein lies the about.
Yes, the about. Always.
That's your get out of jail free card.
Always qualify your statements. Or you should almost always qualify your statements.
Well done.
Thank you. So, big 3rd down here for the Patriots. My guess is they will probably punt it away, and that's well short of the intended receiver.
Yeah, Blair Tate, I think, saw that as potential for an interception, but just couldn't really get there
in time. Yeah. He may have had it had the ball been thrown a little bit higher, but it was thrown into the dirt. So Allen County will punt it away here.
We've got the return of our man Thorny Walker here to punt it away, and Farrier back deep.
That's over his head. This could be trouble. And he's gonna, what's he gonna do? He's gonna try to kick it. And that's I think that's a live ball, if I'm not mistaken.
And that is gonna be incredible field position for Franklin County. And
now the only question I have here is the ball didn't really get he hit the punter, but the punter was in the act of punting. But don't you have to make contact with the ball, otherwise it's roughing the punter?
Oh, it was one of those things we have to see again. But yeah, that's a really kind of depends on how you interpret the rules.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clint.
So I don't know what the rule is. It could be that,
it's also one of those.
It could be ruled as a fumble also, because the ball had hit the ground and been picked up and run a little bit, and then so I don't know. I'm not sure what the rule is. Mormon, I believe it was, wasn't
White
it?
get in there.
Just a little short. So 2nd and goal, and what a big costly error for Allen County there.
Yeah, decent play. Started to get a little positive yardage. You had a chance to pin Franklin County back. Then just one bad punt, and you're looking at probably being down.
And they ate that one up. Chris Holland, a junior linebacker, number 24, makes the tackle for Allen County-Scottsville.
And we have another 3rd and long here.
Well, it's not really that long. It's third and 5, 3rd and goal from the 5. But yes, they did lose yardage. They lost about 4 yards on that play. Allen County's defensive line penetration has stepped up a little bit here, as it needed to to stop this high-powered Franklin County offense. They fake the handoff. Royals goes in motion, and that's a
nice
touchdown.
Look at Tracy there.
That is Braden Tracy. Franklin County scores again here with just a little over 30 seconds left to go in the first half.
Yeah, nice little play. That's a deceptively tough ball to catch there by Tracy.
Yeah, it was at his knees, kind of.
Royals kind of had to sneak that one in, but great catch.
Owen Powell puts it up, and it is good. So, with 30 some odd seconds left to go here in the first quarter, Franklin County leads Allen County-Scottsville 14-0. We'll be back after this on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Family Dental Center, serving Frankfort for over 30 years with over 100 years of experience. Call us today for your next appointment at 791-8950. Family Dental Center, let us make you smile.
Game of the Week is brought to you by Whitehead Hancock. Whitehead Hancock Plumbing has been serving Frankfort families for more than 100 years. You can trust Whitehead Hancock for all of your plumbing, heating, cooling, and septic needs. Call them today at 502-227-2213 for 24-hour emergency service, or visit their website at whiteheadhancock.com.
Welcome back, folks, to Benny Watkins Field. You know, John, this is it's been a long time since Franklin County has still been playing football in December.
That's true, and it's been a lot of new experiences that we've had this year.
Oh, yeah. That's an understatement.
Couple of Saturday night football games here at Benny Watkins Field as well.
It's taken by Stinson, and he is brought down at his 10-yard line.
That's a big hit that time by Bryce Tucker to get him.
Wow. Another senior for Franklin County, Bryce Tucker. Here's a look at it from the end zone camera.
And you just look at...
Tucker gets in there.
You look at where we were before versus where we are now in the space of about maybe a couple of minutes. Yet Allen County, you've already stopped Franklin County on 2 straight drives. On 4th down.
Yes.
And at the very worst, you're going to back them up to maybe their 15, 20-yard line, and instead the snap goes high. Franklin County gets the ball at the 5, punch it in, and now you're looking at 90 yards upfield.
Yes, and I don't know who that was on the carry there. I think it was Rookstool, perhaps. He gets a couple. Brenton Sears got credit for the tackle. And the first quarter will come to an end. And we will step aside. 14-0, Franklin County over the Patriots of Allen County-Scottsville here on Cable 10.
The Family Dental Center is open and serving Frankfort's patients in a safe working environment, following all CDC recommended safety guidelines. You can save 15% on implants today by taking part in the Dental Implant Contribution Plan to help make your care as affordable as possible. Visit tv.frankfortimplants.com for more information. If you have any questions, call 502-829-7541. Family Dental Center, here to serve you.
Come to Pizza Inn and check out the brand new Right Way Buffet. The same pizza and flavors you know and love with added safety in mind. And if you feel more comfortable sitting outside, we've also added outdoor seating for your comfort in the shade. Inside or outside, we're working hard to keep your family safe while you enjoy some of our great unlimited pizza, salads, and desserts. So come enjoy our outdoor seating. Pizza Inn, your buffet's waiting.
14-0 Franklin County on top of Allen County-Scottsville. Clint Goins, John Piesheimer.
2nd and 8 they're looking at here from about their own 14-yard line here, or 13.
McIntyre puts it up in the air. Another wobbly pass that's underthrown. The Franklin County defender falls down, and we could have a touchdown here, folks.
Yeah,
but
Jax
nope, he's
Cooper.
pushed out. It's at the 6.
We saw it before in a couple plays. Jax Cooper, he's got some wheels on him.
Yes, he's the one that Campbellsville and Center College and some others are looking at.
He is their leading receiver, 28 catches for 449 yards on the season. 6 touchdown catches. He's averaging about 50 per game, and I think he picked up more than that on that one catch. Talk about flipping the field.
Yeah, I think Fair was one that got down there and pushed him out of bounds. The problem was that Braden Tracy on the coverage slipped on the turf and fell down.
Yeah, because that was a ball kind of hung up in the air.
So this is Rookstool with the carry, and he's not going to get very much. In fact, he may.
Yeah, we can't say enough about how much improvement we've seen from the rush defense for Franklin County.
Yeah,
Again,
the past couple of games, yes.
Just going nowhere there was Rookstool. And these are the kind of situations where that really pays off, because you have the potential, if you can hold them out of the end zone there, that really kind of just breaks their spirit.
Bedford in there with the initial contact.
One man out wide here, Cooper.
They give it to Rookstool. Nope, McIntyre keeps it himself, but he only picks up about a yard. No, wait, he got more than that. He got more like 4 yards, I'm sorry.
Yeah, looks like he might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Or close to it.
So it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 5.
Another big tackle for the senior, Philip Pfeiffer.
So I got a feeling that the Patriots are just trying to pound it out here. Well, and they made me a liar, didn't they? Throw it up, and that is caught. It's good to have a tall receiver. That's Jax Cooper. Well thrown ball by McIntyre.
Yeah, he wanted to throw that earlier, and it was actually covered.
The
nice
defender
recovery
was in
there.
front of him, but it was just over his head.
Yeah, well, that was Tracy, and he originally had the assignment covered, and then I think he got pulled in a little bit. And as soon as McIntyre saw that, he saw his opening to get that ball in there. Nice pass.
The kick is up and good. And the Patriots, after a really long pass play to, as you say, John, flip the field, they get a touchdown and shorten it to a 1-score game. 14-7, Flyers on top here on Cable 10.
Game of the Week is sponsored by Apex Small Engine Repair, located on the east side of Frankfort at 859 East Main Street, Suite 3A. Apex services most gas-powered engines, push mowers, riding mowers, and zero-turn mowers, as well as handheld equipment. Home of the 3-pull rule, if your equipment doesn't start after 3 pulls, you better call Apex. 502-545-4053.
All right, Franklin County will receive another kickoff here. Their second of the game. They took the initial kickoff. And this is, what'd you say his name is? Thorny
Walker.
Thorny Walker. And he kicks a little squibber. And
nice
it is
hands that time.
Zach Cox. I don't think he meant to slip. You know, we see a lot of guys slipping on that turf out there.
The Flyers are going to be set up with a 1st and 10.
Decent field position this time for Franklin County. Not quite what they had on the last turnover, but
Ball is set up on the 36-yard line. 1st and 10.
we've seen a few problems so far on the last couple of drives. That last one with being the exception. They're starting about the Allen County 4, but like the 2 before that, not exactly in sync on some of these plays the Flyers have been.
Oh, it's a quick pass to Ferrier, and he was almost gone.
Yeah, that's a good way to get back in sync right there. You go to a player with Ferrier's ability to grab that and go, and you can see as soon as he got that ball, just nobody can catch up with him at that point.
Might be getting a little chippy out there too, as Witcher kind of made the tackle twice.
Yeah, Ferrier had a little bit of a swim move there that almost kind of looked like he was throwing an elbow out there.
First and 10 for the Patriot 38. Royals hands off to Mormon this time, tries to get around the end, battling, but I don't think he's going to get maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, that time Franklin County kind of packing the line, bringing everybody in. It's not hard to figure out what they're going to run at that point.
You got to run it, though, to keep him honest.
That's true, and you saw what happened on the first drive.
Yes, because Mormon got several yards in that first drive. Oh, Franklin County jumped. It's going to be legal procedure. I think that was Isaac Prado, number 72, that jumped.
We'll just have to watch and see who's doing up downs here in a couple minutes. I don't know. I think maybe they only do that for
there it is,
personal fouls, that type of thing.
Oopsie. Maybe a busted play that time. You don't see Broyles run it much, but he gets those 5 yards back. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7.
And I'm just kind of watching what Allen County's doing on the line here as they go to the line. They're kind of doing some things to try to throw off that Franklin County offensive line out. Just a little bit of, within the bounds of the law, but definitely kind of just.
Mormon gets up the edge of the sideline, and he is in for 6.
2 touchdowns so far, 3 actually. I think he got that second one.
No,
that's right.
Who got the second touchdown?
I can't remember, but Mormon has at least 2.
Nice run by Caden Mormon. Gets past that tackle and then stops and puts the brakes on, and
that's the second tackle on that second touchdown. And that's a big touchdown for Franklin County. Allen County had just gotten a little bit of momentum headed their way. Maybe seed of doubt starting to kick in a little bit for these Flyers, but so many upperclassmen on this team, so much experience in these kind of situations, and just got right back into focus, right back into sync. Big possession that time for Franklin County.
Kick is up, and it is good. Franklin County scores again. They're up by 14, 21-7. You're watching the game of the week on Cable 10.
This bed's too hard. This bed's too soft. This bed's just right. Come check out our new store.
316 Versailles Road behind McDonald's.
Our new store is just right.
Welcome to Pierre's Furniture, now serving you at 2 locations. We have one of the largest selections of furniture in town, and like my 3 little bears just said, everything is just right.
I'm going to have to go to Pierre's furniture and mattress shop next time in the market, just because they had a guy wearing a Steelers shirt there in the commercial. So, being a Steelers fan since the Immaculate Reception.
Well, anybody out there, if you ever want any of Clint Goins' untold fortunes.
I have a large collection of Steelers memorabilia.
Not many teams named the Steers.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up. Jax Cooper with it. And gets over there on the side, and somebody popped him at about the 25-yard line. We'll see. We'll see who it was there. It looks like number 78 got a little pep in his step. That's Stephen Parado. Maybe he was the one that did it.
Oh, coming in that time is tough to see.
Yeah.
I'm going to see the number. It was 57.
It was 57 that made the nice hit. That's Nahavian Davis.
And that's the life of being a kick returner. You know, 19 times out of 20, you're going to get a hit by somebody that's going to
going at full speed.
Leave you seeing stars. Even when it's
Yeah.
slowed down like that, they're just coming right at you.
They pitch back there. Gain of 1. I think that's Witcher on the carry.
Haven't really been able to, they tried a few times to bounce it outside on that and really haven't gotten much. Franklin County doing a good job of recognizing that and shipped it.
Blair Tate in there with the initial contact. There's McIntyre. He has thrown the ball more than I thought he would tonight. Looking to pass, a little pump fake, throws it up, and it's picked off.
Yeah, you could see that coming.
And I can't tell, was that Claudio over there?
We've got some afters here.
Or was that Tucker?
I believe that was Claudio that got that one.
It's going to be most likely a personal foul. We'll see on whom.
Yeah, it's always tough when, you know, there's a lot of emotion in the game and you make a big play right in front of the opponent's bench. It's, you know, you're into the game, you're into what you're doing, you're excited, and we'll see what happened. It may have been a player on that Patriots sideline doing the same thing, so
yeah,
don't want to jump to any
And
conclusions.
sometimes it's the second guy that gets caught. Personal foul against the Patriots. So
again, that's why you qualify your season.
So just
yeah, it's
nice
just a
job.
big play by Claudio, recognizing what was going. He saw that read just a second before McIntyre did.
That was Brandon Baxter, their tight end, was the intended receiver.
And again, now the Flyers working with a very, very short field.
Yes.
That has been just how they kill teams this season.
Give it to Mormon up the middle. He picked up about 5.
And you can't say it enough. That's what makes a pass game like Franklin County so dangerous, when you have that running back there that can pick up 4, 5, 6 yards consistently on first down. Tonight he's been getting quite a bit more than that at times.
Royals looks to pass, but decides to run at the last second. Picks up maybe 2.
Yeah, I think he looked and saw some clear space right in front of him.
Maybe 1, actually.
Right as number 18 there, Brandon Baxter, had kind of committed, and Wells took it down, took a shot at it. Just didn't really get anywhere.
There was Will Moore, number 31, on the tackle for the Patriots.
Ferrier and Claudio both lining up wide.
And we have it blown dead, I think, before the snap. And they go to the procedure against Franklin County. That'll back it up, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now from the 19-yard line.
And again, you've seen it on the part of Allen County's defensive line. Just, you know, kind of everything's legal. Just a few gestures, just kind of doing what they can to throw that Franklin County offensive unit off just a little bit. Shouldn't have any trouble hearing the cadence.
Yeah, there's not a big crowd here. And off the Warman. Oh, and the C's just widen for him. Good interior blocking by the offensive line there. Caden Morgan gets his 3rd touchdown.
That is number 12 on the season.
Good job by 67 and 59 for Franklin County. That's Carson Greenwell and Ethan Hogan on those blocks.
Half second of a delay on the handoff just to let the hole develop. Warman wasn't touched.
Owen Powell back to kick. It's up and it's good.
And that's any momentum that the Patriots might have had after that touchdown completely gone.
Yeah, since the Flyers have scored twice since then. And this is what we've become accustomed to here lately. Flyers up 28-7. Cable 10, back in a little bit.
Looking for trendy clothes on a budget? Come to the Clothes Closet, where our prices are sure to make you dance. We sell a wide variety of new or like-new clothing for kids, women, and men, as well as accessories, furniture, toys, and home decor. Everything in the store is in season and in excellent condition. To bring consignment items in, please call for an appointment. Come by and see us at 676 Comanche Trail and dance your way to some unbeatable prices here at the Clothes Closet. Why pay the difference if you can't tell the difference?
There we see Owen Powell, senior. He's the kicker for Franklin County. And as he kicks off, let me tell you, somewhere I've got some stats on Owen. Going into this game, Owen was 32 of 39 on his PATs.
Not bad.
There he is running off the field. So that ball went out of bounds, I believe, did it not, John?
It did.
So the Patriots will take over at their own 35. I guess they have changed the rule because back in the day, you could get the ball to 35 or you could make them kick it over with like a 5-yard penalty or 10-yard penalty. But now I think they've just stopped it and said, no, it goes out of bounds. You're going to get it where it goes out of bounds at or the 35, whichever is greater.
Cooper's lining up about a yard offside over here. Or excuse me, that was Tanner Stinson.
And that ball was knocked loose. It goes out of bounds.
We'll watch that on 2nd down.
No gain.
If they run that same formation, I want to see that again because it looks like number 2, Tanner Stinson for Allen County is lining up about a yard offside. Of course, as I say that, he goes to the sideline.
Loss of 2. That was a nice fake because it faked me out too.
Now Cooper lining up over here.
Hand off to Witcher. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage in just a little bit, I think.
Another 3rd down and a lot to go for this Allen County team. We'll see if they take another shot downfield. Because you think about the one time they did it, guy fell down, They got all the way to the 3-yard line. The last time they did it, Claudio made a heck of a play, and
so
it was a turnover.
But I think they've realized they're going to have to throw the ball because their running plays just aren't getting more than 3 or 4 yards, and most of the time just 2. So he goes back to pass.
Got himself some time.
And that's in the dirt. May have been deflected by Blair Tate, maybe.
He had a great look, and whether or not it was deflected, if it wasn't, it was not a pass he'll remember fondly.
No.
Yeah, it was a good catch, Clint.
Yeah, I think.
A good catch by our replay staff and our camera guys, too. But, yeah, Blair Tate with a nice
David Columbia doing replay tonight because our usual guy, Doug Crow, is doing replay at the UK game. But our replay proficiency has not fallen off one iota.
I still see him. So
that's the kind of quality staff we have here at the Game of the Week.
Yeah, and it's been our pleasure to bring you these games. I know this season has kind of been on and off, and you know, sometimes we get here and find out we're not playing, and we're playing the next day, and sometimes we get hit by a storm, and it seems like everything's been working against us. But you know, and I know it hurts for a lot of people for there to be a playoff game here at Benny Watkins Field and not be able to show up, and we're happy to be able to bring you all the action.
Yes,
right here.
It's the next best thing, but you know, I'm sad that it's the next best thing. Uh-oh, Farrier. He's open. Nice catch.
Falling backwards. What a grab by Farrier that time, and that's such a luxury to have as a QB.
Yes, got right in front of his defender, kind of sealed off his defender.
And that was them throwing Tanner Stinson right at him, and he got in front of Stinson.
Yeah. So, big play there. And the Flyers right back down on this end of the field. 4:11 left to go here in the first half.
3 out wide left.
And
are we going to get another illegal procedure?
I think it's going to be a timeout, maybe. Nope, you are right. Good call, John Piesheimer.
Well, you know, give me a whole season, I'll get one right.
Bottom right of the screen, I'm told. Yep.
Yeah, and you see kind of what Allen County's doing there, and then their rights to do that, you know.
Yep, and Prado's flinching just a little bit.
Now he's flinching because he knows what's coming when he gets back to the sideline.
Yep. Wide open, Fred Farrier steps out at about the 28.
That was actually a good job by trying to see what the number was for the person on coverage there for Allen County to keep Farrier in front of them.
Yes, but how did he get that open? You know, I mean, he caught that ball and there was nobody within 10 yards.
It's true, Clint. That's Stinson bringing him down.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's one of those things where they're just trying to keep the Flyers in front of them or
trying to maintain, you know, not give up the deep ball.
You know, they do get the ball to start the second half, Allen County does, so maybe that's what we're seeing. There's still a lot of time left in this quarter to be thinking about that.
Nice catch by Farrier. Fakes off one defender. Wow. He's going to score.
What do you even say about that one? That is that's a Division I level move right there.
Yes. Yes.
That's just a treat to get to watch a player like that play.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
It was a nice catch. A good, you know, great throw. Give credit to Broyles, but almost drug down, and then he does an about face, and
just to be able to change direction and get going that quickly, turning the defense in knots.
So Franklin County still has 2 of their 3 timeouts left. Owen Powell puts it through the uprights. They could get the ball and score again before halftime. We shall see. Right now, we'll step aside. This is the Game of the Week here on Cable 10.
Does your phone keep ringing and ringing? but you won't answer it because you know who's on the other line. Credit card calls, foreclosures, medical costs. If you're struggling to keep up with your debt, you may qualify for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Who better to turn to than a local law group serving Frankfort and the surrounding counties? The Howard Law Group.
Hi, I'm Doug Howard, and I'm here to help. Visit me at 213 St. Clair Street in Frankfort, or visit my website at howardlawgroup.com. Life demands simple.
All right, there's a look at the stands. As you can see, they're sparsely populated. That's only because the players were allowed to bring 2 fans from their household, and that's it. Same for Allen County. Allen County has just as many fans as we do. But that's because of the COVID restrictions and, wisely in place. Wow.
Oh, big hit that time, and he got the ball.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Somebody for Allen County is going to get a chewing out when they get back because somebody just missed the block. And that's Jaden Madison with the tackle and you can't really say fumble recovery because it never hit the ground. It was just a takeaway.
That was incredible. And just a heads-up play by Madison, just staying in the play and taking what he gives you. And, that time Stinson, it was kind of strange.
Yeah.
You could see he was kind of going for the strip as he had turned Stinson around, but it was almost like a look what I found sort of thing.
Yeah. I think Stinson was hit so hard that he was, he lost the ball and was just in shock. And whoever that is supposed to block Madison is going to get a good chewing.
As
probably,
one of those,
probably Stinson will do the chewing too.
And as one of those downfield guys on special teams, that's the one you have dreams about.
Yeah.
Having a play like that where you just get a clean look at the guy with the ball, and not only do you get that just massive hit, but manage to strip the ball and walk into the end zone as well.
Wow.
And there is your potential for a running clock in the second half.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but we are dangerously close.
Again,
here's
potential.
another look at it. Now, there might be a, that was helmet to helmet. But I don't think.
He's standing up straight.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know how you call that
I don't think it's just not intentional, but Allen County has called a timeout here, and I'm not sure why you would call a timeout before a PAT, unless they think Franklin County is going to go for 2. If Franklin County goes for 2 and is successful, that would give them the 36-point margin. And if they were able to keep that 36-point margin until halftime, that means that you would have a running clock in the second half. And that is extremely difficult to come back from. And it looks like Franklin County is indeed going to do that. And they have got a power I formation. And it looks like they're going to run it right down their throat, but that may not be the case. There's a sweep, and then they drop the ball, and they're not going to have it. And so there you go. We won't have a running clock, but now, since only 7 seconds have come off the clock since the last time I said this,
that Cornhuskers tribute is going to need a little bit of work.
The Flyers still have the chance to score again. We'll step aside. You're watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Welcome to Candy's Closet. I'm Candy, and I'd like to invite you to come shop here at Candy's Closet. We have name brand items up to 80% off retail. We feature men's and women's clothing, shoes, purses, jewelry, and accessories. We're located at 706 East Main. Turn on Aspen Drive. See you soon.
Want a deal that's super sweet? Candy's prices just can't be beat. Shop at Candy's.
Well, Owen Wilson missed his chance to kick a PAT, but he will kick off again, and a little pooch kick this time, and a fair catch called. by number 18, Brandon Baxter, the tight end that was the intended receiver on the interception that I think it was Claudio got. Was it Claudio that got the interception?
A little pooch kick that time.
So Franklin County probably really wants to get the ball back, and Allen County probably wants to have these 3 minutes and 21 seconds roll off that clock as soon as they can, but they've got to pick up a first down.
That's true, Clint.
And they've had few of those tonight. McIntyre, and a little bit too high for Landon Witcher to haul in. Landon, number 21 right there.
Yeah, I don't know that he had much room to work with if he had caught that pass to begin with. But
yeah, but at least they would have gotten the 4 or 5 yards.
Might have gotten out of bounds as well, which is going to start to become an issue. Nice little look like number 57 there. Havian Davis, I believe.
Nice look from our handheld camera on the sideline. That's Bob Karstner, I believe.
And Davis got his hand on it.
Witcher in motion. McIntyre in shotgun, fakes the pitch, has a carry, and he's going to get about 3.
I believe that's the first time we've really seen him on a design play specifically to get him running the ball.
Yes. There's Pfeiffer, Philip Pfeiffer, who will be going to Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania next year in the Patriot League. This is only his 2nd year of high school football, and he's already got a college scholarship.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Of course, it helps when you're about 6'4", you know.
I mean, if it started with Pop Warner football, there's no telling he'd probably be going to Alabama at that rate.
Maybe so. Yeah, he is the leading tackler on the team. So I think Franklin County called that timeout.
And it's just yet another example of this Franklin County program. We saw it under Coach Tracy having so many players that he got into good college programs, and now that's continuing under Eddie James.
Hand off to Rookstool, but he only picks up about a yard.
Again, that was that second wave of defenders that time for Franklin County, just kind of staying put, and nice discipline there.
Blair Tate.
Sort of delayed handoff, and yeah, you said it, Clint. Blair Tate there.
He was in there. Number 3, that's Peyton Ledford with the initial contact in there too. So
Peyton Ledford is going to be one of these players on defense that really kind of picks up where Philip Pfeiffer might be leaving it again. Coming into this game, 74 tackles. He's got 2 or 3 more tonight. Plus 4 rushing touchdowns. 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 touchdown receiving. So
I think someone called timeout that time too. It may have been Franklin County to stop the clock. So Thorny Walker back to punt.
We'll see if Franklin County is able to have a repeat of the last time. It was a clean snap.
Flat punt this time, but it's taken on the run. Is that Farrier? Yes, but he's brought down by Jace Jackson, a sophomore wide receiver and defensive back for the Patriots.
It looked like Jace Jackson had a little something to say to him as he got back up, and I don't know if that's the guy you want to antagonize.
I have a feeling, you know, if the Flyers are able to score here before halftime, and we have a running clock, you may not see a lot of the regulars in the second half.
That's true, Clint.
Unless the the score gets tighter.
They might not start the second half anyway. We did see that kind of last week against, or the last time we were here against Shelby County. They did pull the starters, and Shelby County got back on the scoreboard. Got on the scoreboard for the first time and kind of maybe saved a little bit of face, but maybe a little bit of a warning shot there.
Broyles looking deep, but he gives it to Mormon, little shovel pass. Mormon cuts back and still on his feet, and he's crossed the 50 and he's crossed the 30 now, and he is still standing up and going forward, and he is inside the 20, I believe.
On a busted play.
Yeah.
And that's just a heads-up play by Broyles.
Yeah.
Instead of going down, instead of throwing a wild ball downfield or running out of bounds, just said, oh.
Yeah, just throws it underhanded to Mormon.
I've got a spot here, and Mormon is just having continues to have a monster game.
Yes. So here, Caden, do what you can with it.
A couple of guys from the sideline for Allen County coming all the way over to the opposite hash mark. Guess as Patriots, they can take liberties.
Boom. Claudio in motion, and he is drugged down for a loss. This is Rookstool with the tackle.
And we have seen with just about this much field to work with, Franklin County, I don't want to say struggle, but maybe misfire just a little bit offensively.
Well, again, this is the thing where you've got to have a running game, and I'm sure Rookstool is causing the offensive line a little bit of problems. He's a pretty big old boy, not very tall, but he's stout looking
and quick.
And he is
for being
quick.
His size. He's broken through a couple times now and giving Broyles problems.
So this is Mormon again, gets to the outside, and he's inside the 5, I believe. They stop the clock, move the chains.
And we kind of, earlier in the season, the passing game's always been there for them, but I feel like this maybe would have kind of been the missing piece for this Flyer offense, but it's certainly there now. And he's got to have close to 200 yards at this point.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's a lot. He's above his average, I'm sure, and we're still in the first half. His average is 55 point something yards a game, and I'm sure he's already got that. It's such a good ability to walk that tightrope along the sideline,
That's true. Claudia out on wide on the far side.
And they throw it to him, and he did not catch it. A little low. Just a little low. Yeah. Tucker is going to line up now far to the right, or left, I should say. And it's also behind him, too. That's just a tough ball to catch. And Rook's still in there for the tackle.
May have a flag on the play here.
All right. I think I was just seeing things.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when the Flyers helmets and numbers. There's a flag, illegal procedure. You were right. Very good, John.
Finally coming good after what, 5 games now?
I didn't see that unless the fact that Tracy's in motion was somehow illegal procedure. I'm not sure. Second and 10.
Spreading out now.
But basically goal to go.
Very out wide right.
And
Claudio.
wow.
Just a little miscommunication that time, I think.
He was wide open and I think could have scored had he caught the ball.
I think that might have been one of those timing routes, and may have been where they just were kind of on right idea, wrong page for both of them.
Are you saying their timing was off?
No.
Put up on.
Very nice. Took me a second.
All right, 3rd and 10. Under a minute now. Flyers trying to get to that running clock score. This is Claudio, and he's going to step
Tracy.
out at about, or excuse me, Tracy, at about the 2.
Yeah.
So it might have been a good spot because I thought it was marking the 3.
Again, Tracy pulls in a ball that's not the easiest to
Wow,
pull in.
I
Those
don't know
kind
if that
of
wasn't
speed.
limit. Can we see that again, Mr. Producer, or Mrs. Producer, I should say? I think Crystal's producing this game because I think that he hit the pylon, and I don't think he stepped out before he hit the pylon.
I thought I saw his foot go out right before.
Okay, this is 4th and goal from the 2. And he throws it up. Oh,
wow.
And Pfeiffer drops the ball. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well, when you're up 41-7, you hope that all you actually have to suffer from that is a few blushes.
Yes, yes. So here's another look at it, and it's... Oh.
Lost it in the lights. It's happened to the best
Oh, my
of us.
goodness. He has had 1 touchdown reception this year, Philip has, but his receiving yards per game is 0.5. So they do not throw to Philip a lot.
Well, that's why they never see it coming.
Yeah, so. Of course, you know, a safety here could be.
Looks like we're going to find out.
No, they're going to give him forward progress.
stop
Yeah. But by the time they set the ball down, my guess is they will not have to snap it again. There's a good look at Peyton Ledford, and he may have been the one that was in there first.
Like Brenton Sears as well.
So I don't think the Patriots will have to snap it. And if they do, I think I would throw it out of bounds. So the first half is going to come to an end. Franklin County on top 41-7. Allen County will get the ball first in the second half. We'll be back with some highlights and some riveting football discussion when we come back here on the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Classic Gold Master Jewelers has an amazing selection of jewelry that anyone will love. Classic Gold also provides custom services like pearl restringing, engraving, watch repair, ring resizing, and custom designs. Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
The Game of the Week halftime show is brought to you by Classic Gold. Art carved class rings are available at Classic Gold Master Jewelers, 859 East Main Street.
Back at Benny Watkins Field here at Franklin County High School, where they lead over the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots 41-7. There you see it in the bottom left of your screen. And now let's take a look at some halftime highlights, John Piesheimer. The Franklin County fans were excited about this, the quarterfinal matchup. And Mormon scores first for Franklin County. And then we have several nice plays. That was Claudio. And then this is Tracy with the second touchdown.
And that time we saw was the one where we had the defender just fall down for Franklin County. And really that's been the only reason that the Patriots have been on the scoreboard. That was a nice look there by McIntyre. But two big plays I think have defined this first half. Number one was that punt by Allen County right after they had scored the touchdown, where the long snapper just snapped it right over the head of their punter. And that set up Franklin County at about the 4-yard line. And then the second one, and we'll see it here in just a little bit, was the kickoff that Jaden Madison just nailed the return man and stripped the ball and went in for 6. And that's why this scoreline is as gaudy as it is right now.
That's right. Here it is right there. Boom. He just knocks him down, takes the ball away, and runs it in for a touchdown. Yes, that'll be on your lifetime highlight reel. I'm hoping he has a really long life, but my guess is at his funeral, let's say 80 years from now, whatever media they have, that might be in the Celebration of Life video.
I would hope so.
All right, 41-7. We'll take a little break here, and we'll be back with the second half right after this on Cable 10. All right, welcome back, folks. We've had a little bit of time here to catch our breath, and I want to give a big thank you to Athletic Director Tracy Spickard for all that she does for us here at Franklin County High School. And she came by at halftime and she gave me a candy bar, so that was really nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. And everybody here
didn't need it, but it was nice.
And also for the people that have been kind of working behind the scenes and really just kind of making sure that all the protocols are adhered to and that we're able to put these games on in as safe a manner as possible. There's a lot of work behind that and a lot of having to kind of work under stressful conditions, and we just want to kind of give our kudos to everybody that made this game possible tonight.
Yes, the reason this game was delayed was so there was some question about maybe an Allen County coach, I think, may have had some exposure to COVID, and they gave the Allen County Health Department and the Franklin County Health Department time to do some contact tracing, and everything came back okay, so they let him play, so that's good. I also want to give a shout out to Terry Honecker, who let us know on Facebook comments that if Franklin County wins, they play at Johnson Central, but if Allen County wins, they'll play at Boyle County. And this is, again, based on RPI, and Terry said, and I agree, that it's a shame that the RPI is what they determine the seedings by. I just don't think it should be that way. But everybody has their own opinion. So McIntyre comes out throwing, and it looked like we might see another throw.
Yeah, that's what it looked like they were lining up for, is that pass went out wide. It looks like they were throwing it out wide. So I believe that was Peyton Cope out there who caught the ball.
No, I think it was Baxter. Brandon Baxter, number 18, with the catch.
Well, Cope was number 10, so again, those jerseys bite us.
Yeah, they do. It's and it's not just Allen County's jerseys, it's Franklin County jerseys too, folks. It's hard to make out from our vantage point.
Also, it doesn't help that
it
also doesn't help that on the roster they have about 5 players listed as a potential QB.
McIntyre keeps it himself, and he's going to get the first down and then some. And McIntyre, their leading rusher, and that's his biggest gain so far, I think, of this game. Of course, he hasn't caught his own number a whole lot. It's only like the second or third time that they've designed a play for him to run.
And it makes you wonder if we've talked about it so much tonight that Franklin County rush defense has kind of made them alter their game plan a little bit.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I also feel that had this game taken place about a month ago, it'd be a whole different story because the Flyers' defensive line, rush defense has really magnificently improved.
That's true. Plus, if we play this game a month ago, you don't see number 10 out there for Franklin County.
That's true.
Throwing the ball all over the field.
No. Another pass to Brandon Baxter for another Allen County first down.
Of course, what Eddie James is going to want to see is how his team comes out this second half after having such kind of an emotional high going into halftime and playing so well in that second quarter. We won't want to see them kind of drop and become a little bit complacent here.
I also want to say I really like those old school New England Patriot uniforms that they wear. I mean, I like that look.
Yeah, the mascot that I saw on everything when we were kind of doing research here earlier reminds me a little bit of that. We had that for a little bit at my alma mater of Lincoln County, also the Patriots, and we had kind of borrowed that mascot, if you'll say.
I think it was LaMarcus Summerroar on the tackle for Franklin County. They fake the handoff to Rookstool, but they go up to the top, and nope, he was out of bounds. That's Jax Cooper. Yeah, but the pass just a little bit wide. And he's got some height on his defender over there, so it'll be 3rd and 9 here.
Let's take a look at this again here.
Let's see how close it was. I think he had his. Yeah.
And you could say that's good defending by Farrier just to know how much space he had to work with.
Yeah. But Farrier's given up a few inches on Cooper over there. They throw to Cooper again. A nice tackle by Farrier. And that's, I think we're in 4-down territory here for the Patriots.
Fred's showing us all facets of his game.
You're too close to punt it, too far to go for a field goal. So you might as well go for it. There's a good look at Trace McIntyre. Fourth and 10, actually. The Patriots must have lost a yard on that. They fake the handoff to Rookstool, and he goes up over the top again, and it's knocked away by Farrier at the very last instant.
And that time, Pfeiffer did get to McIntyre right as soon as he threw. Of course, Franklin County just bringing everything they had at that point.
Here's another look at it. Pfeiffer, was in there, but
that's actually a great play to come in
because he had the ball in his hand.
And who was that made that?
That was Farrier.
3 straight stops by Farrier.
So the Flyers will take over on downs from their own 34.
And you had mentioned kind of late in the first half, kind of speculating on who we would see in the second half for Franklin County if they were going to try to work some of the younger Flyers in there. But
well, they won't do that until if they score. Now, if they score, and that was overthrown and intended for Tucker.
Yeah, it was a nice ball, but I think maybe Broyles was throwing that ball for Farrier or Claudio. They make that catch. Tucker's just about a couple inches shorter than those guys.
Here's another look at it. Nice follow from our end zone cam. Just out of reach. 2nd and 10. And he gets it to Claudio, and Claudio is still on his feet, but he's not going to make the first down.
Do you think Eddie James has even gotten to the point now where when his guys will kind of cut back and try to get more yardage once, they've kind of come, their momentum has brought them to a stop? Do you think that ever stops giving him nightmares? because that's one of those things when the guy's almost out of bounds and he cuts in, coaches are just kind of holding their hands over their eyes. But, you know, so many Franklin County Flyers have the athleticism to make that work.
Yeah,
you don't want to tell them not to.
Broyles checks his wristband. Fakes the handoff to Warman, keeps it himself, causes his own number. Nice block by somebody there. I don't know who that was, but
that was a fantastic job by Broyles that time to pick up the pressure at the last minute and tuck it inside and just taking what was there, and what was there was about 15 yards.
Here we go again. That block right there. Still didn't see who it was.
And this is one thing that we've seen this Franklin County team do all season, just doing the little things like that block, and just they are more of a complete unit than I think we've seen in a few years here.
Yes, they were at this. They got beat last year, I think, at this level in the playoffs. But if they were to win tonight, I don't think they had been to the Final Four, as it were, since 1978.
Wow. Nice work that time to Tracy.
Chris Holland with the tackle for Allen County. So 1st and 10 for the Flyers from the just inside the Patriot 30-yard line.
Yeah, coming into this game, I think we expected to see maybe a little bit more competitive a game than we've seen.
Rookstool in there quick. What a one-handed grab by Claudio. Oh my goodness gracious.
When it's your night, it's your night. Broyles is down here in the backfield holding his feet. Well, looks like he's going to be able to get out, maybe just kind of taking a breath there. But we've seen a couple of times now.
Look at this. Wow, one-handed, jumping, one-handed stab.
This game has just become...
Here's another look. Rookstool blitzing on the play and channeling his greater Odell Beckham, Zach Claudio, with the catch.
I mean, this has turned into a 48-minute highlight reel for the Flyers so far tonight. Between that and Madison's strip and score and that incredible catch that Claudio had.
Well, you know, Fred Farrier is one of
the Farrier had earlier.
Fred Farrier is one of the best things ever happened to Zach Claudio, because teams are, I think, are focusing on Fred Farrier, and Claudio is getting some good looks. And that's a touchdown by Jaden Madison. He's the guy with the kickoff return or takeaway.
And he's the one that's gotten a lot of snaps at QB for Franklin County in Nick Broyles' absence. So we've got a Patriots player. It looks like it might have been down. It looks like they did manage to get him back up.
Another good block there by the offensive line.
Towing the line. He's such an incredible athlete, too. Jaden Madison, another one of those players who we're going to see next year. Maybe the quarterback in waiting.
So I think we may have...
we do have a player down.
A player down, yes. It's Landon Witcher, who is apparently injured on that play. We'll step aside right quick while they attend to him. We'll be back just a second. You're watching high school football on Cable 10.
Here at David Tolles Auto Pro, we know if people are driving right now, it's only for the most important reasons. And if their car breaks down, we need to get it back on the road. At Auto Pro, we want you to rest assured that we're doing everything in our power to keep you safe. We follow all recommended COVID-related safety guidelines when handling your vehicle. Our lobby and facilities are completely clean and sanitized every night. And we have touchless credit card processing. We appreciate your trust in these difficult times, and we want to thank you for shopping local. If you have to take it to somebody, you can take it to us. David Tolles Auto Pro.
At Ideal Roofing, we respect social distancing, so we're offering no contact needed service. Simply call Ideal Roofing and we'll send a free photo report so your assessment can be handled safely and conveniently. Make the ideal choice. Ideal Roofing.
All right, I think they still are looking at Witcher. There he is. He's up and
that's good to see.
Under his own power.
Feet.
Yes, that's good to see.
Looks like he might have just gotten popped there.
While he gets off the field, let me give a shout out to David Tolles Auto Pro, who's been a longtime sponsor here and has continued with us during this COVID-shortened season, and is really one of our main, if not the main sponsor, David Tolles. So he is the main sponsor, I'm told. And so thank you, Mr. Tolles. We appreciate you very much for allowing us or helping us afford to put this on. Owen Powell's kick is up and good, and it will be a running clock here for the rest of the game, 48-7, and we will probably see some new Flyer faces, maybe when we get back on defense. Not everybody, but I think they may give some guys a little bit of a break here. Because as it stands right now, it looks like Franklin County will move on to play at Johnson Central next week. And John, let me say something. I kind of feel bad for Allen County because playing on a Saturday is not a good thing for away teams.
That's true. You're already kind of like hyped to play the game, and then, you know, it's just one of those, you're already kind of up against it being an away team, and then your entire schedule is kind of upended, and I don't know whether they traveled back. They would have had to, I imagine.
Another pooch kick here. And it's a fair catch. Brandon Baxter with it. Way back in 1979, Franklin County went undefeated during the season. And back then, only 2 teams from a district went to the playoffs. But they didn't get to host a first-round playoff game. They had to travel to Owensboro. I don't know why that was, but they had to travel to Owensboro. It rained profusely on that Friday, so they decided to delay the game until Saturday afternoon and put all the Franklin County players up in the executive inn in downtown Owensboro. Well, what do you think a bunch of high school boys did? You know, you think many of them were in bed by the normal time?
Of course, they were in bed by about 9 o'clock. They knew they had a big game the next day, and everybody to a man was as responsible as they could be, right?
No, I don't think it worked out that way.
Good heavens.
Let's just say this, they lost that game, and their season came to an abrupt end. And the season before, they were state runner-ups. They lost to Tate's Creek. So, yeah, something I wish they could have gotten back. And I do think it's a detriment for the visiting team, the traveling team, to play on Saturday in the high school playoffs.
And it's just so hard to do that anyway. I mean, you look at it and you want to say, okay, well, the game's here. If you want to play, it shouldn't matter when the game is. But that's really no longer the case. I mean, these guys are, coaches are sophisticated enough now to get their players up to the point where they are hitting their peak right when it's game time. And that goes at every level. And, you know, to kind of throw a wrench in that now, you are kind of messing with what these players, you know, they're now, to have the game called so late yesterday, I think is what really hurts you, because, you know, they're getting up for the game and now they've got to turn around and get up for it again. And they're just kids, you know, and that can be a tough thing to deal with, especially at that age.
Michael Holloway in on the tackle that time for Franklin County. Rooksville with the carry. McIntyre drops back, the pass, and makes a completion. That's Chris Holland.
Big hit. That was number 21, Brenton Sears in the tackle.
So Franklin County still going with mostly their first string defense here. Nope, it wasn't Sears with the big hit. It was Madison, yes.
I think I've been adding an "in" to his name all season. It is Madison.
So Thorny Walker back to punt again. Nice looking punt. That hit a Franklin County player, but it goes out of bounds. So Flyers dodged a bit of a bullet there.
Yeah, decent punt for our boy Thorny there. And I think for the Patriots on a night like tonight, they've kind of run into a buzzsaw here, and you just take the wins where you can get them.
Yeah. Well, they do have, two players on the all-football name team, Dylan Rookstool and Thorny Walker for me. And Landon Witcher is not too bad either. Witcher is a great football name, I think. I think we're waiting for a quarterback.
We're listening to a little bit of the Allen County Scottsville radio team that have made the trip all the way here from the western part of the state. And
Tyler Broyles, the younger brother.
One thing they did say was that this Franklin County team, just out of, giving all respect to their opposition, they're just the real deal. We've seen that tonight.
So the younger brother connects now.
That was
freshman Tyler Broyles connects with
Jason Collins.
Another freshman. Freshman to freshman.
Collins was completely wrapped up that time, broke the tackle, and got 7 or 8 more yards afterward. That's just wanting it more.
Yeah, Holland had him wrapped up, but he was able to get loose. And eventually Jax Cooper brought him down. The handoff here to Brandon Atkinson. He's a junior. So we are seeing some new faces on the offensive side of the ball.
We saw a little bit of Brandon Atkinson last year on hardwood.
Yes. So the Flyers get a first down. Coming up on a minute here in the third quarter. Handoff this time. Was that to Tucker? Bryce Tucker. He squirts forward for about 5.
The running clock, we're just about to the end of the third quarter here.
Tucker is a senior. So yeah, my guess is they won't have to snap the ball before time runs out at the end of the third. So at the end of 3, we got one stanza left. Franklin County 48, Allen County Scottsville 7. This is the Cable 10 Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamlined this paperwork, and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
Hello, my name is Greg with the State Tree Service, the name you know and trust.
Over the past 60 years, the State Tree Service has become a name people know and trust in Central Kentucky. From tree removal, pruning, and stump grinding to debris cleanup, we are always available with our 24/7 emergency services. A State Tree Service is licensed and insured, and our mission is to provide safe, quality tree care at a fair rate. Give us a call at 502-229-5258 or go online for a free quote.
So, John, you were telling me that the State Tree Service could help you out, maybe? You got a drone stuck in a tree somewhere?
Let's just say a guy was flying his drone a little bit too close to some limbs, and it's in a non-opportune space, and that same guy spent about an hour trying to throw rocks at that tree to no avail, and all he got was sore the next day.
That pass incomplete, intended to Zach Cox. He's a junior for the Flyers.
Just for, just as a disclaimer, doing nothing illegal on public property and at a safe level and fly zone. Recreationally.
Oh, that's over the head of the intended receiver.
And Zach Cox, the pass was headed towards, and just a little bit overthrown, and looks like we're going to see the punt unit come out here.
This is going to be the first time Franklin County has punted tonight. And
it's a good thing to, get the punt team out there, get them some reps, because Franklin County's just been so efficient on offense. And a lot of times, even when they do get pushed to fourth down, the distance to goal is kind of dictated that they go for it.
Braden Tracy, your punter for Franklin County. Tanner Stinson back deep for the Patriots. High snap, but Tracy's able to pull it down. Nice looking punt.
Fantastic punt.
Stinson calls for a fair catch, but drops the ball. And
it looks like the Patriots may have landed on it. Just, I'm eyeballing it here, and they did come up with it, but lucky to come up with it that time.
Yes.
That may have gotten right in, I never want to say, you kind of joke about, losing it in the lights, but that was right about the height and velocity where you could see that being a problem.
Oh, no, they're giving it to Franklin County ball.
Really?
The official is pointing to Franklin County.
Okay.
And you really can't tell who has it there.
No, I think they did.
It looks like it's Patriot ball from that vantage point.
I think they did reverse that call.
Okay.
So it will be a Patriot ball. But you're really just trading one problem for another. You're looking at 94 yards to have to drive to even get back on the scoreboard here.
And off the Rookstool around the end. Gets out of bounds, and he's brought down by Brennan Robinson, freshman.
Yeah, for a kid as big and just bulky as Rookstool is, he does have a lot of speed.
He's nimble. Unfortunately, this is going to be his last high school football game, and I talked to the radio guys for Allen County, and they said other than Nick Cooper, who's injured, he's the only one at this point that signed a scholarship offer. He's going to go to Campbellsville. McIntyre keeps it himself. Nice move there.
Got
a nice block, too. And he is eventually knocked out of bounds by Jason Collins. And
as McIntyre got up, a little exchange between him and Braden Tracy here on the Flyer bench.
So here it is, and I think that may have been, here's the block right there. That's Jax Cooper. You don't see it, it's out of frame.
Yeah, I think
officials did a good job in there separating that.
Yeah, and cooler heads kind of prevailed as well.
Yeah. McIntyre on the keeper, and he's got some room here, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
And you're seeing why he was, and we really haven't seen it so far this game just because they really just haven't had the opportunity. Franklin County has shut it down, but you're seeing why Trace McIntyre has the kind of stats that he has this season.
Collins forces him out of bounds. And I told you before the game that having never seen the Patriots play before, I thought that it just kind of sounded like they were a student body left, student body right offense. But until that play right there, they haven't had a whole bunch of that. It's been mostly trying to, pass plays and up the middle.
But a disciplined team and a good team, and it's just, again, we talk about running into a buzzsaw, and that's just what has happened to teams for the most part here at Benny Watkins Field this season.
You don't get this far in playoffs if you're not a good team.
That was a nice play that time, coming in by Bryce Tucker. And that's just it, with the exception of Central. And if you want to put an asterisk next to that, I mean, they still count the same on the record, but that's the game where you lose Nick Broyles just a little bit into the second half, and Central was able to get the win that night. But I mean, Franklin County turned that result around in a big way last week.
Well, if those of you not aware, Franklin County's only loss this year was to Louisville Central, and Broyles went out in the second half due to injury, but that's what I think stiffened up their run defense, because the Yellow Jackets of Louisville Central they won the game with 8 seconds to go on a drive that lasted. What a catch. That's a touchdown, folks.
We have seen so many incredible catches.
But the drive for Louisville Central lasted over a quarter.
Yeah.
That one possession lasted almost 14 minutes. And that's when, I think the Franklin County coaches said, look, you just can't have that happen. One-handed grab.
Another one-handed grab.
Channeling his inner Odell Beckham. That's Jax Cooper.
That was the receiver he hit on that big pass in the first half.
Yes, he has. I can't remember if he actually scored. Yeah, he did. He scored a touchdown too.
I believe he did. Yeah.
Yes.
And if there's anything, coaches always like to have something they can get in their kids' ear about. If there's anything, it's kind of these procedural penalties that Franklin County has picked up.
So they're offsides, but Allen County declines the penalty and just says, we're going to kick it anyway, just get on with it. Being any closer does not really help our cause. So the kick is up and good. And Allen County gets some more points on the board. We'll come back with the remainder of the fourth quarter here on Cable 10, where the Flyers lead the Patriots 48-14.
The Family Dental Center is open and serving Frankfort's patients in a safe working environment, following all CDC recommended safety guidelines. You can save 15% on implants today by taking part in the Dental Implant Contribution Plan to help make your care as affordable as possible. Visit tv.frankfortimplants.com for more information. If you have any questions, call 502-829-7541. Family Dental Center, here to serve you.
Welcome back, folks, to Benny Watkins Field, Franklin County High School. It appears they will get the win here and move on to the Final Four. There's Blair Tate. He is on the punt return team, and Franklin County has two guys back, but they're not back very far. They're standing on their 20. I think they're expecting a pooch kick here from Thorney. He hits a squibbler down there, and it's picked up by Zach Cox. Cox gets it out to the 40, and we've got flags coming in from two directions.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to have maybe a block in the back.
And another flag. That official wanted to join in the party. He's like, well, I'll call my flag too.
Maybe he hadn't gotten to do it yet.
Maybe so. Want to stay in practice.
Yeah. Maybe he's trying to answer his phone and the flag came up.
Could have been. Blindside hit. And that's against Franklin County. That'll move. I think that's a 15-yarder, I think. It's similar to a personal foul.
Yeah.
So that'll push them back to the 23. But the clock continues to roll, and really that's more of the opponent for Allen County. Here it is. It's right there, I think. That was it, I think. It wasn't a block behind the back, or a block in the back, I should say. It's just that it was a vicious hit on a guy that wasn't looking. We got Nick Broyles back here. No, we don't. That's Tyler Broyles. And almost fumbled on the handoff.
That was Jason Collins again, just juggling it a little bit as he brought it in, managed to hold on to it.
It doesn't get much. I don't think we've had a timeout called yet this half, have we? Do you recall a timeout this half? I have a feeling if Franklin County were to get a first down, that may be the end of it, really. But if they don't, and if there is some sort of other opportunity for the Patriots to score, then Allen County could call a timeout.
Thrown out of bounds that time.
Franklin County offense not doing a lot here late in the game. Oh, there's a trophy presentation at the end of the game. I didn't know that.
Third down and 8 for the Flyers.
3rd and 8, and I don't know what the holdup is.
If we could give a trophy to our friends at Community Q tonight for hooking us up with some barbecue and the food trucks back here and some really, really good chili, we would. And also to our friends at Pizza Inn who have kept us fed all season as we've tried to bring you these games from Western Hills and Frankfort High, as well as here at Benny Watkins Field.
We also want to thank all of our sponsors. We mentioned David Tolles earlier, but Traditional Bank, Estate Tree Service, Family Dental, Candy's Closet. I'm sure I'm leaving somebody else out, but thank all of you all for sponsoring these games so that Cable 10 can bring them to the community, especially at a time when fans can't get in. The players are allowed 2 passes. Each player's allowed 2 passes, and that's it.
Yeah, it's just such a tough situation. And we also want to thank everybody who's watching tonight. We've had to kind of jump around and schedule a few times this season, and we're bringing this to you on a Saturday night instead of a Friday night. And I'm sure a lot of you had plans in place, but I just want to thank everybody who's tuning in on Facebook and on Cable 10, for this broadcast and all the broadcasts we've had this season.
He's going deep, and it's a completion. Unfortunately, number 33, Owen Powell, was standing out of bounds.
And what a good game for the seniors. This is their last game on Benny Watkins Field, and what a fantastic way to go out with a big playoff win.
Yes, this is their 3rd game in a row. Well, I guess every playoff game they've had this year has been a running clock, so that's domination. But next week they'll go on the road to Johnson Central, and that is going to be a tough game. I've seen Boyle County play. Boyle County could beat most colleges, small colleges in this state. I'm pretty sure of that. And I hear that Johnson Central is dangerously close. They are 1-2 in the 4A rankings. So that's going to be quite the battle for the Flyers. Tracy with the punt, and it's going to be down at about the Flyer 43-yard line. We're under a minute here left to go in the game.
I was trying to remember what our playoff situation was last year because we mentioned that game against Central, and I couldn't really place it in my head, and then it hit me. That game was actually played at Woodford County.
Yes, that's right. And I forgot now why. Why was that?
I think there was field conditions. I think we had just some, near apocalyptic biblical rain that week, and they just could not get the field here at Franklin County to be in the kind of shape, and we don't have that problem anymore.
No, that resulted in a new turf field situation here at both Franklin County and Western Hills, and the soccer teams have benefited from that as well. They are, with COVID, they're not allowed to shake hands. They just have to wave at each other. But I think couple of guys are going to break protocol anyway because,
Yeah, it is. I mean, you've been running into each other for the entire game. They have these rules for a reason, even if some of them seem a little.
Yeah, but it's hard.
Well, it's an abundance of caution, and that's what you want.
Yeah,
in a situation like this.
But when you've been out there competing, and it was for the most part a classy game, not too chippy, and you give it all you got, and it's just a big win for Franklin County. But you want to say, hey, you're a worthy opponent. Thanks for coming up here to play us, and congratulate them on an otherwise successful season. So getting to this quarterfinal round and getting beat by a pretty good team is, it's nothing to sneeze at, folks. I mean, there's only one winner in the end, and everybody else loses. So you can't look at it that way. There's a lot of success this year that the Allen County Patriots can take pride in. So we will go away showing you some of the highlights of tonight. And for John Piesheimer, I'm Clint Goins, and let me also run down some names here. There's Crystal and Zach and Abby and David in the truck, and camera guys. I know there was Bo and Bob and Todd, and I don't know was it Ben? Ben in the end zone, I think. Yeah. So anyway, they did a stellar job of being out in the cold while we got to sit here in the nice warm press box. And for all those guys, good job, guys. It's been a great season working with you. And thank you, folks, for watching the Cable 10 Game of the Week. Hopefully we'll see you come basketball season.
The Flyers will travel down to Johnson Central next Friday night for a semifinal game. Big round of applause for both teams. We thank you so much.
Get a couple in. Let's see what they do. They've got 3rd and 3. First down's really irrelevant here. Let's see if they go to the air.